And good morning to you. Welcome to Blue Devil Gymnasium for day 2 of the 2025 Quincy Shootout on Central Illinois Sports. We've got 9 contests for you on this Saturday slate, and the first features the Father Tolton Trailblazers taking on the Modesto Christian Crusaders. Alongside Jack Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports, where you can watch all of the games from this year's Quincy Shootout live and for free, thanks to our great sponsors and the sponsors of the Quincy Shootout. Both of these teams looking to rebound after losses last night. Modesto Christian, I don't know, Jack, it's pretty early for me, and I live in the Central Time Zone, let alone hopping on a plane yesterday, flying all the way across the country, playing a basketball game after playing the game the night before, and then being in a time zone that's a couple hours different than mine. We'll see if the Crusaders can get up and rolling this morning. Tolton ran into a tough Sunrise Christian team in the 4:15 game yesterday. They're looking for a rebound victory this morning as well. We'll talk about the matchup and preview the schedule for the day of the 2025 Quincy Shootout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit quincy.medgroup.com/sports injury.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Crusaders of Modesto Christian coming off of a loss last evening at Quincy Notre Dame High School, but an outstanding performance from Gavin Sykes, the 6'4 senior, putting up 37 points, also pulled down 7 rebounds in the contest in a losing cause for Modesto Christian. And folks, if you don't realize what that wear and tear of that long plane ride can do to you, just listen to those NFL guys when they fly from west to the East Coast. It really can take a toll, but Sykes was locked in last night, Jack.
Sykes was amazing. He just did it all. I mean, we had some people that really stood out, but this young man just took over the game on his own. He just needed a little help from some friends, but that Oak Park squad just kept plugging away. Each team was down by 10 or 12 points at one time and made comebacks before we went to that 10-point final.
The Crusaders entered today's contest with a record of 15-6. Their opponent, the 9-8 Father Tolton Trailblazers out of Columbia, Missouri. They ran into just a really, really huge Sunrise Christian team yesterday. Did not match up size-wise with the Buffaloes in that one, but big days out of Zay Wilson, the 6'1 senior, and Aaron Rowe also had a nice floor game for the Trailblazers in that contest. Those are two of the players to watch for Father Tolton. Rowe has already signed with Missouri, the 6-foot senior, and Zay Wilson, the 6'1 senior, has offers from West Virginia SLU and also from Murray State. Gavin Sykes is the 6'4 senior, committed to Long Beach State, and Miles Jones is a 6'3 junior, committed to Stanford for the Crusaders. Lots of talent on display last night at both locations. You saw a double overtime victory for Bishop O'Connell over Booker T. Washington. We saw a thriller here with Brewster Academy coming back from as many as 15 down to beat Link Academy with a 3-point shot with just 1.9 seconds to play in regulation. Win that game 49-47. Some really high-level basketball was played yesterday evening, and today we've got 9 of those action-packed contests for you.
You know, Charlie, there's another game within a game here, too. I ran into Dick Ventura, who works the bench for Quincy's basketball games. I said, Dick, you've been at this for a little while. He said, today's my 85th birthday. I started working the bench for the Blue Devils in 1957.
Wow. He's
67 years he's been working the bench here, Dick Ventura.
Well, it obviously takes a lot of folks to put on an event like this, and Eric Stratman is the event organizer and promoter and does a great job of getting these teams to the Gem City each and every year, but it takes a lot of folks to make the actual day of event get up and going, not to forget about the people that do all the get all the advertisers and take care of all the hospitality situations. It is a well-oiled machine here in the Quincy Shootout, and we're glad to have coverage for you today on Central Illinois Sports. A little bit of a sparse crowd this morning. Some Father Tolton fans are in the house. Obviously, a little longer commute for our friends from Modesto Christian, but we hope things are good on the West Coast this morning, and hope you're up early with us to watch the Crusaders take on the Father Tolton Trailblazers here in action from game number 1 of the Saturday slate. Our schedule for today looks like this. 10:30, it's Millard North and Simeon. Then at noon, we'll have the Quincy High School girls basketball team taking on Millard North in the girls action. Glad to see that as an addition to the lineup for the Shootout this year. First time we've seen a girls game added to the schedule. Oak Park will play the Phelps School at 1:30 this afternoon. Then at 3 o'clock, Bashan and Booker T. Washington. 4:30, one of the games to watch, Link Academy and Shawnee Mission Northwest, followed by another star-studded matchup at 6 o'clock with Wasatch Academy and Sunrise Christian going head-to-head. 7:30, the Quincy High School Blue Devils will put their 19-1 record on the line as they take on Bishop O'Connell. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, Chaminade, one of the best programs out of the Midwest, will take on nationally ranked Brewster Academy to cap off things here at the 2025 Quincy Shootout. Lots of fun action coming for you throughout the day. Today, we're about 10 minutes away from the starting lineups and tip-off of our first game between Father Tolton and Modesto Christian. We'll talk more on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois. or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler.
Say cheese.
With antioxidants, natural caffeine, and 0 grams of sugar, Bubbler has benefits in each bubble.
Welcome back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. They're having a little breakfast here at Blue Devil this morning, and some folks who have already settled into their seats to watch today's contest. We'll have some people that'll be here for all 9 games today. And as we told you, just an action-packed schedule here this afternoon or this morning into the afternoon and into the evening. We expect by the time Quincy High School plays tonight that this place will be absolutely packed to the rafters. And as the Blue Devil fans not only show up to support their team, but especially when their squad's 19-1, this will be one of the best environments in all of high school basketball to watch and play in a basketball game. Really looking forward to all the matchups today. Over 40 players in the shootout with Division I offers are already having commitments, and just an impressive group of talent on display. And I think the biggest thing that impressed me yesterday is just how well these teams played on the defensive end. Obviously, you see all the highlights with the dunks and the threes and the behind-the-back passes, those sort of things, which are fun. Don't get me wrong, we love those. But on the defensive side, these teams able to really lock in when they want to and make it very, very hard for their opponents to operate on the offensive end of the court. Also, we saw a great deal of good sportsmanship in the contest last night. There were a few little times where maybe some guys got a little bit heated, but for the most part, a lot of guys helping up the other team if they got knocked down, really encouraging one another, and it's good to see that camaraderie in the game of basketball. As let's be honest, we've seen that kind of go away in sports in general, and good to see that kind of coming back around. Gives you hope for this generation to change some things for the good of us all. Modesto Christian 16-6. We thank our folks in the chat for letting us know one more win. Don't want to short the Crusaders with that victory. They're a team that has been pretty dominant in their class on the for the last several years. And Coach Bryce Fantasia and company are at it again this year with a very, very good roster looking to make another run at that state title. Jeremy Osborne's Trailblazers from Father Tolton, they're not afraid to play anybody. And even though they maybe don't have quite the sizes they've had in the past, they were not afraid to match up with Sunrise Christian, whose roster, well, was about an average of 6'7" across the board. That kind of was the difference in that contest. But Tolton did all they could, and really Zay Wilson and Aaron Rowe are worth the price of admission. And then Blake Pinchton, who's headed to McHenry, also is a guy that we feel like could get hot if you give him a little bit of an opportunity to get open on the outside and really make some things happen for this Trailblazer team. We are on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Coaches, captains, and officials meeting here at midcourt at Blue Devil Gymnasium. And Jack, an opportunity for folks, if they're within the Quincy region, to see just a ton of good basketball today. The lower section pretty much sold out for today, but still some seats open in the upper section, but really not a bad seat in the house here at Blue Devil Gym.
No, if you've been to Blue Devil Gym, 4,000 capacity, you can sit basically anywhere and see a great game, and you're in low B's compared to the University of Illinois and a lot of the other big collegiate places if you're sitting at the top of this gymnasium. But the history in this gym, you know, they started counting wins, 2,154 wins. They started counting them on December 23rd, 1907. This place has had some basketball in it, and it's going to continue to have great talent throughout the day. And I agree with you on the camaraderie and good sportsmanship. These guys are playing hard as they can until the whistle blows, and they're helping each other up. Class acts up and down the line. These young men are really setting good examples for their program.
Well, you talk about the history in this gymnasium, and history was made here last night with Bradley Longcord III of Quincy High School, the 6'3" senior committed to Santa Clara, breaking the three-point shooting record that was set by Jeremiah Tolton just a few years ago. But He's slowly creeping up on the all-time points list as well. Matt Schuckman believes he'll finish second overall, so hopefully the Quincy fans also appreciating what BL3, as they like to call him, has been able to bring the excitement and memories he's been able to bring and will continue to make for the fans here in Quincy. Really fun to watch. Let's step aside. When we come back, we'll have a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Father Tolton and Modesto Christian next.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
I'm Chris Nichols, Managing Broker and Owner at Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time home buyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
No. About sick of winter, are you? That's the bad news. I don't think the winter's going to end anytime soon. The good news is we have a winter sale, so anything you might be looking for winter is on sale right now at your local Farm Home Supply, including 30% off all Burn outerwear and Noble Outfitters outerwear. And the bird's always hungry. You got a 40-pound bag of black oil sunflower seed for $16.99, or buy more, save more with our suet cakes, 5 for under $5. And keep your handsies and toesies warm. We got 25% off all of our casual shoes or Kinko winter gloves.
Find all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Let's meet the starting lineups brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. First of all, for the visiting Trailblazers of Father Tolton, Jeremy Osborne, their head coach, 9-8 on the season. They'll start at a guard. He's a 6-foot senior, Aaron Rowe. At a second guard, the 6'1 senior, Zay Wilson. And at the third guard, he is a 6'4 junior, Cortland Miller. At a forward, he'll also step out and shoot it a bit, the 6'7 senior, Blake Pinchton. And at the other forward, the 6'5 junior, Ryan Deakins. Pinchton, Miller, Wilson, and Rowe for Father Tolton. The Trailblazers will be in the visiting light blue uniforms with the gray numbers and black outlines here this morning. They hail from Columbia, Missouri, just a couple-hour trip away from Quincy, Illinois. For the Modesto Christian Crusaders, Bryce Fantasia and his squad, 16-6 on the season, and they have played some top talent throughout their schedule as well. Their lineup this morning will look like this. At a guard, he is a 6'3 junior. That's Miles Jones. At a second guard, the 6'4 senior Gavin Sykes, who poured in 37 last night, leading all scorers across the shootout. Then at the third guard, it's the 6'4 sophomore. That's Elijah Payne. We'll also see in the starting lineup a 6'1 sophomore Trevor Dixon and a 6'4 sophomore Seve Archuleta. Archuleta, Dixon, Payne, Sykes, and Jones for the Crusaders of Modesto Christian.
Sit back and enjoy basketball action. 9 games coming your way on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us. And if you like things, how about subscribing to our channel? We would appreciate that as your payment for watching the games.
And there's no payment. It's free.
That's right. It's free.
Pinchton will jump in the center against Dixon that's Archuleta for Father Tolton and Modesto Christian respectively, and the tip is up and controlled by the Crusaders. Sykes has it. He'll hand it off to Jones, and we're underway here in game number 1 of the Saturday of the 2025 Quincy Shootout. As the Crusaders look to get settled in here in the early going. Ball on the wing to Sykes. He'll give it up top of the key. Dribble drive in here by Payne. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Archuleta. And it'll be a turnover on the Crusaders. 9 o'clock Central Time basketball. Of course, a different time zone than this Crusaders squad used to by a couple of hours. And we'll just have to see how these two teams are able to get the basketball legs and the juices flowing. And a near turnover, but instead we'll call a foul, looks like, underneath, as you're going to call a hold against Elijah Payne.
Payne picks up his first foul of the ball game. We didn't have many fouls called last night at all.
Nope, and that is A-OK with us as well. Ball out of bounds. Tolton to inbound it near the half-court line. Pingeton able to grab it, now finds Zay Wilson. Tell you what, if you saw our Twitter feed last night, or X, whatever we're calling it, Zay Wilson, man, he's pretty good in the open floor. Might not want to let him get away on a fast break. He can really elevate. Wilson on the wing left side. Gets a step past the defender. Shot blocked, but instead they'll say Archuleta must have got him on the wrist, and 2 shots coming up here.
Archuleta foul, his first, team second. 2 free throws to come the other way to Zay Wilson. 7:03 left first quarter on the Ridgeline scoreboard. No points up on the board yet. Wilson will try to get us on the scoreboard from the charity stripe. First one is up and in and out, no good.
Now, that is one of the things that wasn't great yesterday here, Jack. I'm not sure about Quincy Notre Dame. Free throw shooting was, a lot of hit and miss.
We had 15 out of 15 in that double overtime game before they missed one on purpose. Wilson's second gets him on the board with his first of the day.
1-0 Tolton here in the top of the first. 7 minutes to play in the opening period.
9 o'clock basketball in the morning, and when you're from California, what is that?
2 hour time difference?
3. Timeout on the court, and the coach says we're going to take an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll be back with more after this.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit quincy.medgroup.com/sports injury.
The Crusaders take the early timeout in this one, as just didn't like the energy from the squad here to start the game, and want to get things going. Kind of, again, not to belabor the point, but they're high school kids. It's early. They had a long flight yesterday. They just played a game last night. This is a tough turnaround. This is a tough weekend for Modesto Christian.
Colbert in for Modesto. Watch him make some things happen in the paint.
He's a 6'7" senior for this squad. Sykes has it near the logo out top. He'll pull up for a step back long 2 and nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's as hot as he was last night.
Looks like the kid might be able to shoot the rack a bit as Rowe brings it into the front court. Over to Deacons, deep into the corner left side. Out to Pingeton, the 6'7" McKendry commit. Will try to snake his way inside. Shot blocked, rebound on the plate, down to Sykes. Here come the Crusaders with the 2-1 lead. He'll try the drive right at Pingeton. Elevate, shot no good. Foul called here. And we'll see 2 shots for Gavin Sykes.
Trying to see, is that Pingeton that picked up the foul?
Pingeton with the foul, yes, sir.
His first, team first, free throws the other way, and Sykes to the free throw line.
Sykes giving up some size to Pingeton, of course, but did a nice job to create some space with his body and keep the long arms away.
First one up and good from him. Where's he headed, Charlie?
Sykes is headed to Long Beach State, I believe.
Tell you what, Coach Underwood, you should have snuck in here and grabbed this kid. He's a player. Second one up, also good. He just does it all out there. He's got 4 already.
Well, the nice thing about it, and nothing against Long Beach State, right? I'm not saying that's not a good place to go, but with the way the college game works now, if you put in a big freshman or sophomore year, who knows where you could end up, right? Here's a shot put up in the paint. Zay Wilson gets the first field goal of the morning for Tolton. He's got all 3 of the Trailblazers' points. Here's a 3 in transition. Elijah Payne making it rain. 7-3 Modesto Christian with the advantage. as Wilson has it in the front court. Man-to-man defense on both sides here.
Saw a lot of zone last night, Charlie. I don't know about you.
We saw a lot of man. Some zone. Brewster Academy switched to a zone against Link to force Link to make it from the outside. Really probably was the big key in their comeback. Here's Rowe on a pull-up jump shot off the screen. No good. Rebound pulled down here by Payne. Payne's on the run into the front court. In the corner, Jones. 3-ball. Let it fly and knock it down, young man. 3-point shots falling for the Crusaders here in the early going. They have the 7-point lead with 5:21 to play in the first as we get our first timeout of the morning. Modesto Christian off to a good start over Tolton. .521 to play in the first. Timeout taken by the Tolton Trailblazers, and they had a huge size disadvantage against Sunrise Christian. That's not the case today, but I will say you've noticed in both games with the smaller guards, you get a lot of good looks on the perimeter for the opponents of Father Tolton.
Pretty impressed. Bob Bockham down there working today. He's a year older than me, Charlie. I don't think I'm running up and down the court today.
He worked last night, too.
Does a great job, always has.
Yeah, well, they say he's worked basketball 50 years, I believe.
Yep, over 50. Had a special on him on Muddy Rivers.
Yeah, Muddy River Sports, by the way. Matt Scheckman and company, they've got the write-ups from yesterday's matchups. They'll have them again today. Great coverage there. Here's Deacons on the little pick and roll. Shot no good. Rebound ripped away here by Archuleta. Modesto Christian up 10-3 here in the early going. On the wing with it is Payne. He'll try to work against the man-to-man of Deacons. Try to set up the pick and roll. Double team comes at the guard, and Jones clears it out to Sykes with 18 still on the shot clock. Sykes with it on the wing. This time the three-pointer won't fall. The rebound run down by Rowe. Rowe into the front court, quick with it. Out top to Pinchton. He'll get a good look for the three-ball, top of the key. Up and good. Pinchton with the tray to cut the Crusader lead down to 4.
That three-ball's really been prevalent last night, and it will be all day today.
Here's a spin move, free throw line jump shot by Jones, won't fall. Pinchton has the board for the blue-clad Trailblazers. Quickly into the front court, Zay Wilson, shot up no good through some contact. Rebound fought for, Wilson saves it in, but it's run down by Jones for the Crusaders. A 2-on-2 into the front court, attacks the rack, runner up off the back iron, no good. Pinchton with the board, quickly into the front court, Zay Wilson. He'll put up a shot, runner no good, but we'll see a foul whistle here on Archuleta as he'll pick up an early second.
Archuleta's second. Third team foul. Free throws back is Wilson. 1 for 2 from there. Has 3 points on the day. 3:55 left first quarter. 10-6 Modesto over Father Tolton. And he can make this a 2-point game with a couple charity shots.
Zay Wilson kind of likes to leak back there, get those transition opportunities. And the reason he's able to do that, Jack, is because this kid can flat hammer it.
We saw guard quickness yesterday of kids that maybe didn't have the accolades of others that just kept standing out one after the other. The talent pool in the United States is unbelievable.
We saw some pretty good international talent here last night as well.
Oh my.
Players from France, Croatia.
Second one up by Wilson, no good, and the rebound comes off the other way. That's to Atkins.
Ryan Atkins in for the first time, a 6'7" senior for Modesto Christian.
Tolton must have heard about Sykes. They're not leaving him alone.
Well, it's pretty easy if you just look at the stat sheet. That guy had 37. Let's guard him.
Yeah, if we can.
Atkins, yeah, easier said than done, by the way. Out to Jones on the wing. Sizes up his man on the defensive side in Rowe, the Missouri commit. Pass down low, pretty fine there to Blake Colbert, who lays it up and in for 2. 12-6, the Crusaders lead. Fun contest here in the early going. Doesn't look like the early start is affecting these two teams much.
Probably played video basketball all night long to get ready.
You think the guys are playing the video games? I don't know.
You bet.
Here's Rowe now, almost has his pocket pick. Jones with a good defense there. Ball comes out on the wing, Pinchton. He'll get a left wing 3, and it's good. Blake Pinchton with the long ball. Makes it a 12-9 score.
No lead safe. I'll tell you, we saw some 12, 15-point leads disappear in the fourth quarter last night.
That's the thing with these teams. They're filled with competitors. These guys do not give up until the final buzzer. Here's a pass too tall for Miles Jones on the skip across the way, and a turnover the second on the Crusaders of the morning. Trevor Dixon back in for the Crusaders as Elijah Payne will take a chair for the first time.
Our last game last night, Chaminade was down by 15, cut it to 1 with a minute left. You wait till you get to see those two big boys again in the hills. Wow.
Here's a ball tip, stolen away, taken out of there by Colbert, and then the pass on the outlet gets stolen away by Wilson, who attacks the rack and put it in for 2, and Zay Wilson has cut this down to a 1-point game.
He is a video game, isn't he? Wow.
Fun kid to watch. Here's a dribble drive in. Sykes gets to the rim, rolls through. Nice answer for the Crusaders. Should be 14-11, I believe, our score. Here's Pinchton on the shot, no good. Rebound on the play down to the Trailblazers. Shot up on the scoop shot by Wilson, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It looks like it'll stay on that end, and the referee will concur.
Yep, 14-11 is what I've got on mine.
That's what we've got on the screen for you as well. It's just the in-gym scoreboard that tells us a different story at the moment. But if you're watching from home, you don't really care what it says on the in-gym scoreboard. It's just for people like myself that are like Ron Burgundy, who will read anything written on the teleprompter, and they're going to call a foul on the inbounds play now. Whistled against Modesto Christian. Try Atkins.
Atkins will pick up his first, team foul number 4, so free throws after this for the final 1 minute 50 seconds of any violations on the fouls.
Zaire Nelson in, the 6'2 freshman for Modesto Christian. Shot clock resets with a foul as well. 1:50 to play in the first. Pinched on the inbounds inside the arc, and his stroke is working well this morning.
8 for him already.
Headed to McKendree, and he looks like a kid that could have some success there.
I think McKendree wears the same colors.
I always thought they were kind of a purple.
They could be, but you know me. I'm colorblind. What do I know?
You are colorblind,
yeah.
Dixon with it on the wing. His first touch of the morning. Gets it out top to Nelson. Has picked up the dribble, looking for Sykes. 5 seconds to shoot. They'll work it down low. That's to Colbert. As the shot clock winds down, banks it in. Nice strong take by Colbert. He's got 4 off the bench. Quickly the other way, Zay Wilson has his pocket picked. Kept it alive, though. Corner 3 up and good. This time knocked down by Zion Luque. And this game is tied at 16. Here's a turnover now. Luque gets the steal. Into the front court with it comes Rowe. On the run out into the corner. Pinched in 3, and the lead the way of the Trailblazers. Trailblazers shooting it well at that end. 42 seconds to play in the first. Sykes with it, trying to have his team have an answer here. They had a 6 or 7 point lead in the early going, but Tolton starting to make some shots. Sykes now into a double team, throws out of it. On the sideline through the hands of Nelson and out of bounds, a turnover. We'll see Archuleta return to the action. Also is Greg DeFosse, the 6'3 sophomore, for the first time on the morning. 27.8 seconds to play in the first. The shot clock turned off. Tolton with the 19-16 lead, and they're on the attack here as well.
They trailed 10-3 in this game.
Rowe with the basketball. Out top, guarded by Sykes. That's a fun matchup. Appears Tolton will try to hold for one final shot here. They also will get the ball to start the second period, pending the tie-up. Rowe gives it to Wilson, fakes the 3. Top of the key, off balance 3 on the way, no good. And the first quarter buzzer sounds. But a fun contest here in the 9 o'clock contest. It's Father Tolton 19, Modesto Christian 16 as you watch coverage of the Quincy Shootout on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois. or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
The Father Tolton Trailblazers have the 19-16 lead over Modesto Christian after the first quarter of action. Trailblazers will also have the basketball to start this second quarter of play.
Modesto trails 19-16. They're 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the arc. On the other side, Father Tolton 7 of 16, but 4 of 8 from outside the arc for 12 of those points.
And the Trailblazers start with the ball in their possession. As you said, shot it pretty well, especially from the perimeter, as 11 points by Pinchton in the first quarter. Here's Wilson on the wing. He'll try the dribble drive in, little up and under, no good. Rebound put back up, good by Zion Luque. He's put in 5 points in the time off the bench for himself. It makes it 21-16, biggest lead of the ball game right now for the Trailblazers. Modesto Christian looking for an answer. Jones with it, out between the circles. Works it out top to Sykes. Sykes on a pull-up jump shot. And tell you what, he's one of those guys, when you need a basket, you can go to him and count on him to get one for you, and he gets another. He's got 8. On the wing with the basketball is Beckett Hoffman. Leaves it off to Luque. Now Pinchton turns and faces at the top of the key. He's 6'7", so an opportunity to shoot over the smaller guards that he usually draws. Here's a deep 3. Good by Pinchton. Another tray. He's got an early 14. And tell you what, this kid might want to play all his games at 9 a.m. if he keeps shooting it like this.
At Blue Devil Gym.
Here's a pull-up jump shot from the top of the key. No good by Jones. Rebound run down on the offensive side by DeFosse. Out to Sykes. You can't leave him open for 3. He'll put it up and knock it down. He's got 11 now, first man in double figures for the Crusaders. Here's a 3 on the way out by Pinchton. A little heat check, and guess what? He's still hot in this one, and a timeout taken by the Crusaders. 6:19 to play in the first. It's Tolton 27, Modesto Christian 21.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Back to Blue Devil Gymnasium as Modesto Christian calls the timeout. They find themselves down 6, and I think the coaching staff just trying to help the players. Hey, we've got to identify those shooters on the perimeter, especially Blake Pinchton, who has torched them so far. Now a turnover out of a timeout. A lob for Aaron Rowe. Add that one to the highlight reel. From Wilson to Rowe, and an 8-point Father Tolton lead, their biggest of this morning. Those two guys, neither one are very big. I'm telling you, if Rowe and Wilson were 6'4 or 6'5 guards, they would be on the radar for every school in the nation. Here's a 3 on a good answer for Trevor Dixon for Modesto Christian. But they're not. They're 6 foot and 6'1". They can still hoop. Here's a ball now stolen away. Good job by the Crusaders to pick that one out of the air. Sykes with the basketball. He'll throw it out top. That's to Jones. Jones on the dribble drive. Tries a tough shot. They'll call that an offensive foul, as stepping into taking the charge was Beckett Hoffman.
His first, team first, second quarter, 7th turnover on Modesto. That's been their bugaboo.
Into the contest for Father Tolton is Cooper Priestmeyer, a 6-foot senior. He'll sit down Beckett Hoffman, who gets a nice round of applause from his bench for stepping in to take the charge.
You got to love it when you watch Father Tolton yesterday maybe struggle a little bit against size, come right back out here today and just play their best game.
Well, Jeremy Osborne has never been afraid to challenge his squad as Priestmeyer in, trying to connect from distance. No good. Rebound down to Jones. He'll bring it into the front court for the Crusaders, trying to cut into this 5-point Father Tolton lead. Out top, Sykes wants to survey the floor here. A little 5-out set. Spins inside to the paint. Shot up is good by Sykes. And one opportunity here. This young man can just go get a bucket. Speaking of going to get a bucket, how about the transition play by the Trailblazers? A little Wilson to Rowe connection on the Northwestern Mutual replay.
Sykes with 13. Who was that foul on, sir?
Father Tolton.
I understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see the board from here.
Sykes is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. He's now got 14.
29-27. The nice thing is you can reconcile it with the live stats at halftime.
You bet.
Appreciate those folks for all their hard work. Here's Priestmeyer with it in the corner, looking for Rowe down low. Going to post up underneath. Shot put up and good. And an and one opportunity now for Rowe.
31-27. That's what they've got on the board. I had 31-25. How about you?
27.
Okay.
31-27 is the correct score.
And Rowe going for his 5th point of the day. 4:40 left and a half on the Ridgeline scoreboard. It's up and good.
Completes the 3-point play and makes it a 5-point lead again for the Trailblazers. Now a little full court pressure. Sykes with it in the backcourt. Double team coming his way. They'll get it across. Sykes going to get a good look from the wing. Excuse me, that's Payne. Payne for 3, and he'll knock it down. He continues to bring the Payne from the outside as he's got a couple of threes here on the morning. Here's a 3 trying to answer, no good. Rebound hunted down by Miles Jones. Jones will trot it across with 4:15 to play in the half. He'll pull up for a 3 in transition. It's off the mark. And Wilson has the rebound for Father Tolton. He'll pull up for a 3 in transition of his own and connects.
Give him 8.
Zay Wilson with the tray. Back to that 5-point lead as we're halfway through quarter number 2. Jones with it on the wing. Drives, kicks. Ball not tipped. They'll say just thrown into the bench, and a turnover, the 8th by the Crusaders. Into the contest for the Trailblazers, Cortland Miller, the 6'4 junior, returns. On the other side, we'll see Jones sit down as Anthony Limbrick, a 6-foot freshman, is in for Modesto Christian.
All our broadcast teams showing up already this morning. You think they'll all look that fresh tonight for the final game?
Rowe with it into the front court. 9 games for you today. The last one scheduled at 9 o'clock tonight. No way that'll start before 10. I'd say it'll be a late night at Blue Devil Gymnasium. 3:30 to play in the first. Here's a dribble drive in. Runner up by Wilson. No good. Tip up is good. Say Wilson.
He's in double figures with 10. 5-0 run.
He's just a kid that keeps relentlessly attacking the basket time and time again. Speaking of, here's Sykes on a runner, no good. Archuleta with the offensive board. His putback won't fall. Pingeton secures the rebound for Father Tolton. To Rowe into the front court. Top of the key, Pingeton sets his feet, knocks down another 3.
Give him 20.
Wow, 20 of his team's 40, and it's 40-30 Tolton, a 10-point advantage with less than 3 minutes to play in the first half. Can the Crusaders get an answer? No, that ball was spun around, would not fall through for Limbrick. Here comes Rowe on the run out. Dribble drive in, got off balance, and they'll be calling him for a travel here. Just the 3rd turnover by Tolton, and kind of a tough call there, I think. Looked like Rowe kind of got bumped, still made the shot. He was looking for an and one, instead got called for the shuffle. 2:40 to play in the half. See if Modesto Christian can capitalize on the turnover. Sykes with it out top. Works the ball on the right wing, that's to Payne. Payne trying to work against Pingeton off the dribble. Now to Limbrick, top of the key. Defender flies by. Payne's going to get another good look from 3. He's had a pretty nice morning as well. Give him 9 on 3 made threes. And with 2:10 to play in the half, it's 40-33. Offensive have not been bothered here by the early morning action. Defensively, I would say neither team probably thrilled with the sharpness, but it's been fun basketball.
Shot clock doesn't get in the way.
No. Wilson turnaround shot up and good. He'll knock down another two. He's in double figures with 11 now to make it 42-13. Give him a dozen, in fact. Here's a drive in. Runner up no good by the youngster Limbrick, but he's fouled on the play and heads to the free throw line to shoot two.
Zay Wilson's second quarter free throws to be shot for Modesto as they try to cut into a 9-point lead. 42-33, 141 left in the first half of game 1 of 9. And Anthony Limbrick to the free throw line. First one is up and good.
We see a new man in for the Trailblazers. That's Henry Nichols. He's a 6'3 senior for the first time on the morning.
Makes it 42-34, trying to make it a 7-point game. Second one short.
Rebound to Rowe. He'll bring the ball up himself, the Missouri-bound senior. Out to Wilson. Wilson, his most recent offer he picked up was from West Virginia.
Ooh.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Father Tolton. Into the contest for Modesto Christian. We see Greg DeFosse return to the fray. He'll sit down Limbrick.
So he's leaving Father Tolton to go to Columbia. So he's just going to stay in town, huh? Not a bad trip to play for Mizzou.
Now they're telling the guys on the inbounds you've got to let the defender in between you if they want. So they're kind of running a little stack set.
Just try to find some room.
Here's a dribble drive in. Ball gets to Pinch into the paint. He'll turn around, put it up, no good. Rebound secured here by Atkins. Outlet pass goes to Sykes. He'll pull up for a three, top of the key, off the mark, hits the shot clock. It'll be out of bounds to the Trailblazers of Father Tolton. Back into the contest for the Trailblazers, Zion Luque, the 6'5 sophomore. He'll sit down Henry Nichols. Also returning will be Beckett Hoffman, who gave his team some good energy in the early going. They'll say you have to check in. He said, I thought I did. I went by the man who has stripes on, and Cortland Miller heads to the bench. A little full court pressure by Modesto Christian in the last minute and some change, and that ball, nearly a turnover. Nice defensive effort on the long pass by Rye Atkins. I thought maybe we saw a tip and then another tip. So did the Modesto Christian bench, as it was right in front of them.
They were closer than we were.
They might also be wearing some red and blue colored glasses, of course, as now the ball inserted into the interior and a foul called from behind on one of the Crusaders. Foul whistled on Trevor Dixon here. The sophomore picks up his first. Less than a minute to play in the half. Down low Pinchton, and they'll say he's being grabbed this time by Payne.
Payne will pick up his second foul. Still need a couple for free throws to be shot. 57 seconds left. That'll reset the shot clock at 35.
Here's a dribble drive in by Wilson. Out to Pinchton. Three. One of his rare misses of the day. And the rebound to the Crusaders. Pull up three on the way. No good for Payne. Rebound. They're going to say that Atkins was from out of bounds to inbounds, did not reestablish before he touched that, so no turnover on the play, as that was just on the rebound. Pinchton with it in the backcourt. Hoffman trying to work away from the double team, finds Rowe. He'll dribble right through it, across to Wilson. 35 seconds, look out! Wilson puts it up and in. Didn't quite have the same spring as you might have a little bit later in the day, but you can tell just how quick he can get the ball to the rack with 24 seconds to play in the first here. $14 ticks to play in the first. Crusaders trying to cut it closer as they trail by 10. Ball on the wing. Three-point shot on the way. Trevor Dixon, no good, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Modesto Christian. 2.9 to play in the half. We'll have our visit with Muddy River sports editor Matt Schuckman at halftime. Matt will be here throughout the day as well. Always good to visit with Schuck. Inbounds comes out front. That's to Sykes. He's got it out near the half-court line. A turnaround three is short as the buzzer sounds, and we head to halftime, the Little Jess Motors halftime show, where the Father Tolton Trailblazers lead the Modesto Christian Crusaders 44-34.
Your friends at Little Jess Motor Company are proud to sponsor today's halftime show. Hi, this is Scott Davis from Little Jess, and I've got some exciting news for you. Jeep just announced an unheard of 20% off our entire selection of new 24 Jeep Gladiator, Mojaves, and Rubicons. With 20% off, you can save over $12,000 on each of these adventurous models during the Start Something New sales event. The snow is coming, and what better reason to get the best four-wheel drive on the market and to save 20% in the process. Hurry in or log on to littlejess.com today because 20% won't last long. Little Jess served the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Time now for the courtside interview. Here's Charlie Hull with Muddy River sports editor Matt Schuck.
Thank you, Damon. Courtside here with Matt Schuckman, editor for Muddy River Sports. And Matt, 9 a.m. basketball, you never know what you're going to get, but these two teams offensively don't seem too bothered by it.
Well, I think you had two teams that want to come back from last night. Both lost last night, and I think both wanted to make a statement. And I think they found their groove early, which is kind of fun to see. And both have been very aggressive going to the basket.
The McKendree commit, Blake Pinchton, with a big first half. He's a kid at that 6'7" frame. Looks like that translates well to the next level.
Really does. He's a shooter, so that length pays off. And I know in the GLVC, shooters like that can really do well. It's nice to see him get off to a great start here today. Shoots it better than his mom coaches at times, so it's good to see.
Modesto Christian, they won't make excuses, and we won't for them either, but it is a tough turnaround. They played Thursday night. They flew Friday. They played last night, an early start again back on a plane. That is a tough turnaround. I don't care if you're a high school kid or a full-grown adult.
You're absolutely right about that. It's hard to get your legs under you when just the travel alone will wear you out. As you and I get older, I experience that. I'm dead sometimes after a long trip. Then to come play basketball, and 3 days in a row, especially 9 a.m., I understand if those guys get worn out here in the second half.
You watch the Crusaders, though, and Gavin Sykes is one of those guys, when they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go get buckets.
He really does, and he's very smart about it. Sets up the offense, shares the basketball really well. The thing is, he doesn't demand the ball. The ball kind of finds him, and then he makes a play, which is really interesting to see.
Long day of basketball here at Blue Devil Gym. We're looking forward to a lot of fun, though.
It's going to be a blast. We're already seeing a great first half of game one. We got 8.5 more games to go. I think we're going to have great basketball all day long. If you're watching, get out here. Yes, these guys do a fantastic job bringing you the games online. But get your butt in the seats out here. It's worth it. It really is worth it.
Tickets still available at the door, so come out to Blue Devil Gymnasium. That's Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Jack has your halftime stats after this.
About sick of winter, are you? That's the bad news. I don't think the winter's going to end anytime soon. The good news is we have a winter sale, so anything you might be looking for winter is on sale right now at your local Farm Home Supply, including 30% off all Burn outerwear and Noble Outfitters outerwear. And the bird's always hungry. You got a 40-pound bag of black oil sunflower seed for $16.99, or buy more, save more with our suet cakes, 5 for under $5. And keep your handsies and toesies warm. We got 25% off all of our casual shoes or Kinko winter gloves.
Find all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
44-34, our halftime lead for Father Tolton out of Columbia, Missouri. The Trailblazers over Modesto Christian from California, the Crusaders. Crusaders are 11 of 23, 47% from the field, 5 of 12 from the arc, 41.7%. They are just 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. Led in scoring by Gavin Sykes, who had 37 last night, 14 today. Double figures 11 for Elijah Payne in the first half for Modesto. On the other side, Blake Pinston's been red hot. He's got 20, 14 for Zay Wilson, the fantastic little guard, and they're 19 of 33, 57%, 9 of 16 from the arc, 56%. Anybody will take that. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Both teams with 13 rebounds. Turnovers, 3 against Father Tolton, 8 against Modesto. They'll need to clean that up to cut into this 10-point lead. This is the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. 44-34, Father Tolton over Modesto.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit QuincyMedGroup.com/sports injury.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
The Father Tolton Trailblazers with a 10-point lead over Modesto Christian at the halftime break. The Crusaders will have the basketball to start the second half, trying to slow down the outside shooting of Pynchon. And then also trying to keep Rowe and Wilson out of the paint. Easier said than done. I think that's the thing. That's why Pynchon gets so many good looks. You have the quickness of Rowe. You have the quickness of Wilson on the perimeter off the bounce, and you kind of have to give them a little bit of room, recognize their ability to get the ball to the basket, which opens up some good looks for guys like Pynchon on the perimeter.
They don't look a lot for the post play, but they're such good drivers. And once again, Wilson creates it, and Pynchon just puts it away. 6 trays in the first half for him.
Jack, I don't know how to tell you this. Nobody looks for the post play in basketball anymore.
Yeah, you wait till you see the white boys. They Chaminade, they go down. Jameson and Jihadi, they could be tight ends on my high school team anytime. They're just juniors.
I'm not saying there's not guys that can go and bang around the post. It's just the expectation for you as a post player now is that you also have to be able to handle it and shoot it. It's not a back-to-the-basket type of game anymore.
For sure.
We're underway here in period number 3 as Sykes has it out top, works it to Jones on the right wing. Dribbles on the baseline, kicks it out. Good look, 3-ball. Elijah Payne, no good. Deacons with the rebound for Father Tolton.
They're going to have some of those shots cut in this 10-point lead.
And Payne's been able to hit some in that first half. That one just was a little short. Rowe with it on the wing. He'll work at top of the key Pynchon off of the little curl screen, and halftime didn't slow him down.
No ice on that.
Wowzer, have a day, young man. He'll play twice a year back here in the Gym City, as McKendree in the same conference as Quincy University. Here's a drive now by Payne. He'll dish it off in the paint. Turnaround shot up underneath is good by Atkins. Bry Atkins with his first 2 of the second half. Wilson, baseline move, bumped around a bit. Ball tipped and stolen away by Atkins now. He'll push it to Sykes into the front court. Shovels it out to Payne. Pass to Jones on the perimeter. Rims in and out, no good. And Pynchon with the defensive rebound. Rowe will walk it across for the Crusaders, who got their footing about halfway through that second quarter after trailing 10-3 early. Now they'll say too much of a bump this time by Atkins.
His second, team first, second half. 6:24 left in the quarter, 47-36. They've gained a point from that 10-point lead. Cortland Miller will sit down for Father Tolton.
Beckett Hoffman back into the action for the Trailblazers. Pynchon with it out top. Little crossover, gets by, gets to the rim, reverse layup, no good, but hit on the way, and he'll head to the charity stripe.
Atkins going to pick it up again. I think it'll be his third. Second team foul, and Pynchon's done it all except shoot free throws, and I'll show you what he can do from there. 23 points on the day, 47-36, 6:19 left in the quarter. First one is up and no good. We found his weakness.
It's too close.
Yep. So can I back up and shoot these?
How far back can you shoot a free throw?
To the top of, you better have your heels inside that circle though. Second one's good though, he made the adjustment, 24 on the day now.
Makes it a 12-point Father Tolton lead. Jones into the front court for the Crusaders.
You've got to find Sykes on some of these, don't you?
Well, I mean, you heard Matt Shuckman talk about it. He's a kid that lets the game come to him, but he might be a kid that needs to try to just take it over here for the Crusaders. They need some buckets with some stops strung together. Here's Jones on the right side. Works out of a double team, little up and under, no good. Rebound pulled down on the play by Hoffman. Into the front court with it is Rowe. Rowe will attack in the paint. Kicks to the wing. Zay Wilson, 3, no good. Rebound down to Sykes. A one-on-one against Rowe into the front court. Goes right at him. Shot it up, blocked by Wilson. Out of bounds as Zay Wilson comes flying in out of nowhere.
He said, I may not look like it, but I'm going to block you a long way up.
Yeah, he can really elevate. Payne with it on the right side. That's to Jones. He'll try the three there. Won't fall. His shot's just a little off this morning. And the rebound to the Trailblazers. 5:20 to play in the third in a 48-36 contest.
Thing is, Pinson's playing the defense on Sykes, too. He's doing it all.
Yeah, they've limited his touches. Here's a take-in by Rowe, no good. Rebound pulled down by Atkins. He'll work it into the front court to Sykes. Shot up, no good. A rebound on the offensive side, though, to Payne. He'll work it out. Jones, top of the key, three, good. There he found the mark from behind the arc and makes it a 9-point game. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third. Still a lot of basketball left here, and if you're Modesto Christian, you just got to keep chipping away here.
Shows you what Father Tolton could do. Last night, Sykes controlled that. When he got it that low, you didn't stop him.
Here's a ball on the wing to Deacons. He might have got away with steps there. Out to Rowe. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rowe's going to go to the middle. Turnaround shot, no good. Atkins controls the rebound for Modesto Christian. The end of the front court to Jones on the wing. Surveys the floor. Wants to use the screen from Atkins. Ooh, had him on the roll there. Couldn't get it to him on the right side. Payne. Top of the key, Jones. Three back-to-back trays by Miles Jones has made this a 6-point game again.
That might be what they need to do to free Sykes up. Hit some from the outside.
Yep, just somebody else to contribute a little more. Always helps release some of that pressure. Here's Wilson underneath. Shot no good. Bumped and fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Foul's gone Atkins. He's going to pick up his fourth, 3 in the quarter. And Wilson to the free throw line where he is 1 of 4, has 14 points. 4 of 7 is the squad from Father Tolton. 3:48 left in the quarter, 48-42. They have the lead. First one is good.
Archuleta is going to come back into the game as Atkins will have to take a chair. Cortland Miller returns along with Zion Luque for Father Tolton.
Rowe and Wilson work so well together. That dribble penetration and the speed there is just crazy. Second one also good by Wilson. Give him 16 already on the day.
50-42 the score. Yeah, they know where each other are at. Rowe played his sophomore year at Link Academy, has been at Father Tolton last year and this year, and they've really created some good chemistry between he and Zay Wilson. Here's a deep three from the logo, and Miles Jones showing the range.
4 threes for him now.
3 in this quarter. He's trying to keep the Crusaders right in this thing with 3:20 to play in the third.
No lead safe when they can hit the 3 like that.
Sykes has tried to lock down Pinchton a little bit here most recently, limited his touches quite a bit on this end. Here's a ball thrown into the backcourt nearly, but what a play by Aaron Rowe right at the half-court line. Tiptoed along the line, saved it in out of bounds off of his opponent, and it's ball out of bounds to Father Tolton.
Trevor Dixon will not be singing the national anthem later today.
He says, I'm all right. 3:06 to play in the third. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson hands it off to Rowe. Rowe off the dribble. Archuleta trying to stay in front. Rowe, good take. Shot just wouldn't go. Rebound, Pinchton. He gets it again off the miss. No good. Batted around several times, and Sykes secures it for the Crusaders.
His fourth board of the day after Pinston picked up a couple offensive.
With it out top is Jones. He'll kick right side. Payne, 3, and it's good. The 3's starting to rain in for the Crusaders, and they've cut this to a 2-point game.
Payne now with 14 and a timeout. That's an Adams Fiber timeout from Blue Devil Gymnasium. 2:30 left in the quarter. 50-48, Father Tolton.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Grinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
2:30 to play in the third. 50-48 Father Tolton on top, but the Trailblazers take the timeout as they've seen what once was a pretty sizable advantage whittled down to just a 2-point lead.
Yeah, they've been up by double digits 3 or 4 times.
And the hot shooting from the perimeter for the Crusaders. Jones and then Payne just a moment ago have shot the Modesto Christian squad right back into this one. You got to like that if you're the coaching staff for Modesto Christian. Your kids could have packed it in there and said, man, that was a long trip to Illinois. But instead, they're fighting in this one. You love to see it. Here's a nice take to the rim by Zay Wilson. And he's another one of those guys, when Tolton needs a bucket, he can go get one. Jones now going to try the dribble drive. Gets caught underneath. Throws it back out to Payne. Payne looking to get free off the dribble here.
I think that's his forte.
Good defense by Luque. Out of Jones. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Top of the key, Payne. On the right side to Jones with 9 to shoot. He'll try to back his way in against Wilson. Tough baseline jumper, no good. Archuleta rebound putback is good on the offensive board and putback for the Crusaders, his first 2 of the morning.
He was big last night on the boards.
Pinchton with it right side. He's been quiet for a bit. Step back 3 is well short. Rebound pulled down. 3-on-2. Jones into the front court. Nobody steps in front. Foul, no call. Rebound. Sykes puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled and he will shoot 2 shots.
Sykes, who had all 14 points in the first half, looking for his first of the second. 52-50, and guess what? He can tie this ball game up from the free throw line. 1:22 left third quarter. No lead is enough in this action. Sykes' first is good.
Here comes Priestmeyer back into the game for Father Tolton. Luque sits down on the other side, heading to the bench for Modesto Christian is Trevor Dixon, as we'll see back into the ball game, Greg DeFosse.
They trailed 47-34, and now he makes them both and ties this up for the second time in the ball game.
An impressive comeback here for the Crusaders of Modesto Christian with just over a minute to play in the third. Wilson with it out top. Father Tolton's time to have to respond a bit as they saw that first half momentum now fade away quickly. Here's Pinchton on a drive and foul on the floor, the official tells us.
It'll be ball out of bounds. Pinchton, who's got 24 on the day, had 20 at halftime, but defense has picked it up a little bit by guys like Payne and Nelson. Sykes, they've been trading off on him. They will set down Cortland Miller again after a short stint on the court.
Hoffman back in. Pass out top to Priestmeyer. Under a minute to play in the third. Rowe on the dribble. Sykes turns him away. Back out top now, Hoffman. Clears it off to Wilson. Good defense on this end right now by Modesto Christian, really staying in front of their man.
Look how hard you got to play on defense.
Here's a little Euro step pull-up shot is no good for Wilson. Rebound down to Jones. A chance for the Crusaders to take a lead. Sykes attacks the rack. Runner up left hand, no good. Hammered on the plane. He'll shoot 2.
5 for 5 from the free throw line. Has 16 points in the day. Switched hands, looked good there. Just couldn't get it to fall. And now he can give us our third lead change of the ball game with these free throws. Gavin Sykes is at the free throw line. First one is up, and he's perfect from there. Lead change number 3.
First time in a long time the Crusaders have had the advantage.
They led early in the game, 10-3 actually. Second one, no good. The old announcer's jinx, still good.
You've still got it even at this time of the day. 25 seconds to play in the third. 1-point contest. Tolton trailing now. Rowe has picked it up near the half-court line. Gets it back now from Pinchton. Pinchton with it out front. Puts it on the deck. Drives inside. Got it caught on the hip. Tough fadeaway shot. Air ball. Rebound saved in. Zay Wilson will get another opportunity for his squad as he threw it off of the opponent, and then it went out of bounds. Ball underneath here for Tolton.
They teach you to keep your hands up on defense, but the way they throw that ball off of you to maintain possession, you might not want to.
Pinched into inbound, throws it out front to Rowe. 4 seconds. He'll go to work off the dribble. Try with a step back from the free throw line. Good, as he was somehow able to maintain his balance and beat the buzzer. Aaron Rowe with the shot to put Tolton right back on top. We head to the fourth. What a ball game. Father Tolton 54, Modesto Christian 53.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit quincy.medgroup.com/sports injury.
Hey! You like Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream? It's a pepper thing.
Ready to start quarter number 4, and what a contest we have going on right now. A 54-53 lead for Father Tolton on top of Modesto Christian as the Crusaders close the gap in the third, but Tolton with the buzzer beater by Aaron Rowe has the 1-point advantage as we head to the fourth.
4 lead changes, 2 ties in the ball game, 17-36 for Modesto, 9-19 from the arc, 22 of 45 for Father Tolton, 10 of 19 from Trey.
Lock it in for the fourth quarter here. It could be a fun ride. Here's Rowe with it on the wing. He'll isolate on the right side, try the drive in. Good defense by Jones. Back out to Zay Wilson. Wilson on the drive, draws contact and gets it to go. Not only is he a shot maker, but he's a tough shot maker, and Zay Wilson with another 2.
Just 20 on the day for him. Just underway fourth quarter, and he gives them the 56-54 lead.
The degree of difficulty here, and really what else do you do if you're the defender there? You did all you could.
This is not just a Band-Aid shot. That may have been one of those 4x4 gauzes on that one, man. He really made a play. Up and good. What else can he do?
He was the leading point man yesterday for Father Tolton in the loss to Sunrise Christian, and he's having another good day here, 57-53.
They don't like being behind. They don't keep it there for very long.
Jones with it out top. He'll work it on the right side to Payne. Couldn't get free for the 3 here. Back to Jones. He'll try to create off the bounce against Pinchton. Spins inside, little right-hand scoop shot. Nice job to get to the angle around the 6'7" senior. Jones with another 2. He's had a big second half.
Cut 14, 12 and a half.
Here's Wilson, though, trying to answer. Shot up no good, but heads back to the free throw line. He's a master of doing that, just getting the defender off of their feet.
Foul will go against Modesto. Wilson with 21. Missed 2 of his first 3, and then he's made 4 in a row from the charity stripe. 57-55. First one is up and good.
Here comes Atkins back into the game. Archuleta sits down. Atkins with 4 fouls, so he'll have to be careful here with 7:16 to play.
Wilson knows what his team needs. Up by 3, trying to get it to 4, and gets it done. He's got 23.
59-55. Just underway here in the fourth. Jones has it out top. Works on the dribble. Behind the back with it. To the wing. 3-pointer Payne. No good. Rebound on the play. Rowe had it, but could not corral it. And it's out of bounds as it hits the baseline. Out here for the Crusaders underneath with a fresh 35. Atkins will be the man to throw it in. Out top to Payne. Got to get Sykes some touches here. Here's a 3 by Jones, no good on the tough baiter. Rebound on the offensive side, though. Right side 3 ball put up and won't fall for Dixon. And the rebound this time down to Zay Wilson. He'll work it to Rowe into the front court for the Trailblazers. To Wilson as the trailer. He'll dribble out near the big Blue Devil head at the center of this Blue Devil gymnasium. Dribble drive in to the rim. 2 more. Zay Wilson.
25-11 in the second half.
Here's a drive in by Sykes. Shot put up no good. Been a quiet second half for him. Here's an offensive rebound. Put back, though, on the play by Dixon. He gets the bucket, and the Crusaders call the timeout. 6:18 to play in this one. 61-57. The lead for Father Tolton over Modesto Christian. Back after this.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Hi, my name's Sierra Burns here with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, your low overhead dealership. We have new and used Lincoln Corsairs, Nautiluses, and even the Navigator. Come on out and see our new Lincolns for your next luxury vehicle.
After the timeout by the Crusaders, they'll have Tolton will have the basketball, I should say, as the Crusaders got the big putback there by Trevor Dixon just a moment ago to cut this back to a 4-point game. Fun contest. The first of 9 here from Blue Devil Gymnasium today. Little loose full court man-to-man once Rowe gets it. Now they'll drop back into the half court. Rowe walks it across for Father Tolton. Around the horn it comes. Down to Wilson from the baseline. Jump shot, Zay Wilson. It's a guy you can't give that much space to. He can shoot the tough shots, let alone the ones when he's wide open. Back to a 6-point lead.
He's got 6 in a row for his team now.
Here's Sykes on a drive. He'll get to the rim, bumped and fouled. I like that he's all right. That right foot kind of slipped out from under him. He's okay, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Father Tolton will pick up the foul. Sykes back to the free throw line where he is 6 of 7. Has 17 points so far on the day. 63-57 makes the first, give him 18.
18's a big day. 37 yesterday, though. That's huge. Still a ton of time left in this game.
Makes it a 4-point game as he makes them both.
The Crusaders will have to figure out a way to keep Wilson in front of them right now. His quickness has definitely been on display in this contest for Tolton. Rowe at the free throw line. Pass was kicked, so it'll be ball out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to stop that guard penetration. I don't know how you do it, but the closer you get to him, the more space you create for him, it seems like.
Out of bounds underneath for Tolton. 23 seconds still on the shot clock here after the kicked ball violation. Inbounds comes to Wilson. Out top to Nichols. Pinchton, who had the big first half, been a little quieter here in the second.
He was the leading scorer with 24, now he's second. 27 for Wilson.
Still a pretty good day. Here's Rowe on the take, no good. Rebound down to Jones. Jones into the front court. Attacks, kicks, wing. Sykes sets up. 3-ball off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down here by Nichols. He'll find Pinchton on the right side for a 3. His shot not finding the same mark as it did in the first half. And on the rebound, a foul going to be whistled here on Payne.
Payne pushes off. It'll be ball out of bounds for Father Tolton. Coming into the game for them right now is Zion Luque. He had 5 in the first half. He'll sit down Henry Nichols for a while. Good rotation by Father Tolton.
Inbounds pass, stolen away. Jones just picked it out of the air.
Just the 5th turnover.
He'll kick to the wing. Payne, 3-ball up and no good. As the three-point line's gone a little cold here for Modesto Christian. And a foul whistled on the rebound.
Atkins, I think, is going to foul out of the game.
And he will. So we'll see back into the contest for Modesto Christian, Blake Colbert, the 6'7" senior.
The Volkswagen foul out of the game horn, huh?
Well, when they do substitutions, you hear the old Volkswagen horn in the rafters here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. One of the little unique parts of this gym. Here's a pass inside to Pinchton. Good find from Miller. Pinchton puts it up and in for 2 in the paint.
26 for him.
4:30 to play.
Modesto needs somebody to take the game over for him.
Jones has been trying to do that here, but he'll be fouled as he's on his way to the basket.
Hoffman picks up the foul, just his first. Second team foul of the quarter.
And it's ball out of bounds. 3-point shot no good. Rebound down to Father Tolton. Ball comes to Wilson. Shot blocked at the rim, out of bounds here. They didn't say he missed that.
He did.
Okay, he just missed it off the rim.
Hit it off the back of the rim.
I think that ball had to be blocked.
It went off the back of the rim, went straight out of bounds. I think it was a good call.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. How about it?
Well, you've got a replay if you hit it.
I'm just saying, if he would have missed it off the back of the rim, that ball would have not gone the direction it did.
Well, the direction he hit the ball, it went straight out. Yeah. Okay.
Looked like a block to me. Either way, a chance for Modesto Christian as Jones has a 3, no good. Pinchton with the rebound.
Pinson's got 7 boards, too.
Into the front court now for the Trailblazers. Luque in the corner to Wilson. He'll feed the paint to Pinchton, and they'll call that a foul from behind on Miles Jones.
Jones reaches around, picks up the foul. First team foul, fourth quarter, 3:46 left. Long way to get to the free throw line.
Well, this is the 5th team foul.
Ah, man,
It's on Modesto Christian. They've got 5.
I kept marking them and marking them and marking them. Keep missing it. Pinchton, 26 points. 1 for 2 from the free throw line and misses again. 65-59, 3:46 left, as you can see on the scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports. Second one up by Pinchton is still no good.
Rebound, Zay Wilson kept it alive. It goes off of him and out of bounds, and it'll be Modesto Christian basketball.
Zay Wilson never quits. He plays hard, and then he tries to talk through it, too.
Says, I saw that differently, Mr. Official. 3:40 to play. Out top with it is Sykes. Runner up, no good. Guy had him kind of on the arm bar there, and he'll shoot 2.
Sykes has decided I'm going to get him from the free throw line. He has made 8 of 9 from there, has 19 points. Stopping the clock at the 3:32 mark, 65-59, trying to cut into this 6-point lead. Every time Modesto gets close or takes the lead, Father Tolton's got an answer. Sykes' free throw is up and good. Give him 20.
Opportunity to come back with the clock stopped here for the Crusaders.
Second one also good. 10 of 11.
4-point game. Millard North and Simeon next, but still got to decide the winner of this one. I don't think we're done yet. 3:24 to play. Here's Luque for a 3. It's up and good. Out of nowhere, Zion Luque with a 3. He's got 8 off the bench today, is that right?
Correct.
To make it 68-61.
What a difference maker shot that was.
Ball nearly stolen away by Rowe. Did he tip it? Yes, he did, and it'll be out of bounds to Modesto Christian right at the scorer's table at midcourt. 3:03 to play in the contest.
Luque was trying to leak back in hopes he'd get a long pass and maybe give us a highlight there, but ball was tipped instead.
Sykes with it on the dribble. He'll work the spin, turnaround shot in the paint, no good. Rebound tapped out, but into the hands of Luque. Into the front court, here comes Rowe on the run out. Little Euro step, runner up off the iron, no good. Rebound tip up won't fall, but this time the putback is good by Hoffman. And the lead is out to 9 for Father Tolton. Sykes the other way, bumped and fouled.
And he'll go back to the free throw line, 70-61. You can make.
Called it on the floor. Out of bounds underneath here for the Crusaders. Pass out top to Sykes. Sykes splits the double team. Little up and under. Nice take to the rack. Kevin Sykes.
23.
And the ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be run down here, though. No, it won't be run down as they'll run out of room on the sideline. Ball to bounds to Father Tolton. Trailblazers with the 7-point lead. 2:30 to play. Trying a little full court pressure and a timeout for Tolton here with 2:25 left. Timeout, Tolton on top by 7. Modesto Christian trying to make the comeback down the stretch. We'll have more for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
No. About sick of winter, are you? That's the bad news. I don't think the winter's going to end anytime soon. The good news is we have a winter sale, so anything you might be looking for winter is on sale right now at your local Farm Home Supply, including 30% off all Burn outerwear and Noble Outfitters outerwear. And the bird's always hungry. You got a 40-pound bag of black oil sunflower seed for $16.99, or buy more, save more with our suet cakes, 5 for under $5. And keep your handsies and toesies warm. We got 25% off all of our casual shoes or Kinko winter gloves.
Find all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Timeout taken here by Tolton. They'll have 2 timeouts left, as does Modesto Christian. 2:25 to play in this fourth quarter. 7-point lead for the Trailblazers of Father Tolton out of Columbia, Missouri. Looking to secure the victory here. Both these teams lost yesterday, so somebody's going out of the shootout 0-2. Even though they both have played well here today. Here's Pinchton with the basketball. Shovels it back out to Rowe. Looks down low. There's Zay Wilson wide open underneath for another 2.
29 on the day for him.
2 minutes to play. Now, as Jones gets it on the right side, that's to Dixon. Down low. They'll have a little give and go back to Jones. Shot no good. Rebound to Luque. He'll just be shoved by Payne. And that'll be free throws here.
Now Luque walks down to the other end. He's 6'5" and a sophomore. Came off the bench, has 8 points. Been a big contributor. 9-point lead, 1:46 left. Tolton just came out with great energy today. They've had an answer for almost everything. Luque eyes it up, puts the first one up on the high archer, and it's good. Give him 9.
And give Tolton a 10-point lead.
You know, I know you want to win every game you play, but this is just more experience throughout the season, getting ready for the postseason, right? Luque's second also good. 10 off the bench.
Yeah, you want to win them all, but few do that, right?
Not when you play the competition these guys play.
1:40 to play. Here's Sykes with a deep 3, won't go. Rebound down to Pinchton for Father Tolton.
Pinchton now has pulled down 8 boards to go with 26 points.
Been a big after morning, I should say.
After morning's a good word. I like it.
After morning to you.
Top of the after morning.
Whatever time of the day it is, we're glad you've joined us here on Central Illinois Sports for coverage from the 2025 Quincy Shootout. And there's Aaron Rowe with a runner off the window and in for 2.
He's got 9.
The end of the front court. Jones, right side, deep 3 ball, good. He's had a good day, just going to be too little too late for Modesto Christian as they trail by 10 with less than a minute to play. Foul in the backcourt will put Zay Wilson back at the free throw line and allow some substitutes to come in for both squads.
Jones now with 17 points, probably going to complete his day. Free throws, Zay Wilson, 29 on the day, 15 in the second half. He'll be our first man at 30. Free throws, he missed 2 out of 3, and now he has made 2, 4, 5 in a row.
As of now, as he misses the first one.
Well, you know, I've had that ability for many years to block free throws. Not physically. Pretty good little crowd here for the breakfast game.
Millard North and Chicago Simeon next.
Wilson's second gets him to 30.
30-point effort before 10:30 in the morning. And now we get a whistle and a timeout for Modesto Christian with 51.4 seconds remaining. As they'll talk a little strategy over with the substitutes who are in to the contest right now. And a big crowd on hand for Father Tolton as Columbia, again, just a couple hours away from here in Quincy. They give their team a nice round of applause. They're happy with how they played. Challenged themselves with 2 really tough opponents. Sunrise Christian, of course, yesterday, and then this squad for Modesto Christian today. And what a nice job by Jeremy Osborne's team of responding after kind of getting blown out last night, coming back today with good energy for the 9 a.m. game, as you pointed out, and going to pick up the victory here.
It's amazing to me how the setups have worked out. We had 3 of our 4 games were great ones yesterday. Of course, your Link game was tremendous with what, Brewster?
Yeah, Brewster coming back with a 3 with 1.9 to play after trailing by 15. Here's a 3 on the way by Payne. It's up and good. 77-69. Both teams with some substitutes on the floor right now.
Payne was 17 quietly.
Here's a ball now stolen away by Zaire Nelson. Shot up no good. Rebound pulled in here by the Trailblazers. Into the front court, Darrell Reese. He'll get the ball down low. We'll see a held ball here, and it'll head the way of Modesto Christian with 23.2 seconds left. And Jeremy Osborne not thrilled at the moment. He's going to put the starters back in.
You might want to be ready if you're on the bench in these teams, huh?
No, they're going to say the arrow favors Tolton right now. I don't think that's right. It should be Modesto Christian basketball. There it is.
Yep, Brad Gooding is going to straighten us out here to help with the scorers table.
This is indeed the last game of the shootout for these two teams. Everybody plays 2 games here in the Quincy Shootout. It's not a tournament. 2 scheduled games, and then you move on to the next ones.
Hit the bus, hit the plane, and find out where you're at next if you're Modesto.
Here's a pass to the corner. Payne, it's tip. Run down here by DeFosse. He'll try to drive in. Dish down low to Archuleta. Puts it up and in for 2. That'll make it a final 77-71. Father Tolton with the victory. They improve on the season to 10-8. Modesto Christian drops to 16-7, and we take you to the postgame show with final stats after this.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Welcome back with some post-game coverage here. Father Tolton with a victory over Modesto Christian, 77-71 the final. Modesto Christian jumped out to a 10-3 lead early. Tolton came back, took a commanding lead. Then Modesto Christian put the run on, took an advantage, and it was back and forth. But the Tolton Trailblazers do what they need to do down the stretch to win this one and finish their Quincy Shootout experience this year 1-1.
We had lead changes 4 times, tied at 16 and 52. Father Tolton with the win. They were 29 of 57, 54%, 11 of 21 from the arc, and they were 12 of 16 from the free throw line. 30 for Zay Wilson on the day, 26 for Blake Pinchton. He had 20 of those in the first half, 9 boards. 10 points for Zion Luque off the bench, and 9 for Aaron Rowe. On the other side, Gavin Sykes had 23 tough points on the day, lots from the free throw line, 17 for Miles Jones, and 17 for Elijah Payne. Final in the game, 77-71.
Zay Wilson was named the player of the game here in the gym. He's our player of the game as well. 30 points for that young man on a big couple of days for him for this Father Tolton squad. We'll step aside for just a little break in our coverage from the Quincy Shootout. When we come back, we'll get set for Millard North and Simeon. We hope you'll join us then on another Central Illinois Sports presentation.